Okay, everybody. I wanted to go back to page 90 of this video because Braden asked me the question in class, isn't 0 times infinity indeterminate? And it is. But remember, if we looked at the graph looked like that. So we know that the answer is 0, but 0 times infinity is indeterminate. And I didn't have a good answer as to why this limit should equal 0. So I thought about it for a little bit and I figured it out in C block today. I showed Braden and but I said I would make a video so that everybody can see why. So we're starting with this limit here, negative 3x squared times cosecant pi x. And cosecant is 1 over sine, as we stated here. And I told you in class when we did our trig limits that if you see sine of x, you always want to make it look like one of our two special limits, which was the limit as x goes to 0 of sine x over x, or the reciprocal of that. So, and that equals 1. For whatever reason, I just didn't see it. I had a blockage or whatever. We're going to borrow one of the x's from the x squared and rewrite our limit over here. So we get the limit as x goes to 0 of negative 3x, which that is clearly 0. But the interesting one is the trig one. Limit as x goes to 0 of x sine pi x. Now because it's pi x there, we need a pi up there. That means we have to multiply by 1 over pi as well, because that keeps means we're just multiplying through by 1 overall. So then I get the limit 1 over pi times the limit as, check that. Now I'm going to sub out the pi x. I'm going to say let a equal pi x, and then as x goes to 0, a has to go to 0. So I get the limit 1 over pi times the limit of a over sine of a as a goes to 0. This equals 1. So you end up with 0 times 1 over pi times 1, which equals 0. And then the math works out. So sorry for not having that ready for you in class. It just shows sometimes you need to think about this stuff. And I need to heed my own advice of, if you see a sine function, odds are you're probably going to try and make it look like, especially if we're going to 0, look like our special limit up there. Anyway, I hope this helps, and I will see you in about 12 hours. All right, peoples. Bye-bye.